boom. So the big coming Carlos said he had a lit pregame and I could pull up on him. Tryna roll. For real? Bet. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Hey. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Hey. Catch a vibe, come and meet the team. Come and kick it with your fave 3. Chop it with us, come and join the stream. Trust me, y'all, it's must see. It's a culture party if you partaking. Hottest podcast, it ain't no debating. It's ringing off cause it's so engaging. Let's keep it raw. You won't find this on no other page. This kind of talk, this kind of cloth right here is tailor-made. What up, Lo? Tryna have fun, we the plug then. It's for the people so the culture win. Need an outlet, then tap in. Come tap in. We keep it fresh with the content. Yeah. We even got Bash Stop from Carolina Blitz. And Shot from P&P, they're a perfect fit. Cause what's the point of a pregame if it ain't lit? It's lit, it's lit, it's lit.
Yo, welcome. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the Pregame Podcast. We lit, we live, and it's 2005. And while y'all at it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pregame Podcast. It's the first one of 2025. Did I say 2005 in the beginning? Did I say 2025? I don't remember. I might have said 2005. I might have been 2025. But it is 2025. I'm excited to be here. It's your boy, Carlo. We have Shot coming in just a little bit. Vashai won't be able to be with us tonight, but it's all good. Thank y'all for pulling up on us. You know, if you are new here, make sure y'all continue to like the video. We'll always tell you what that does for the algorithm. It helps us out and gets our content out in the algorithm so more people like yourselves can find us and come pull up to the pregame. And then also make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so whenever we go live, because we're going to go live a lot this year, not just on our weekly Thursdays. You know, we may react if something drops, if it's an album dropping, if it's a movie, if it's something we want to react to it. We'll be going live often. So make sure you hit that bell notification so that you don't miss when we go live. So for those who are new, one thing we always do here at the Pregame Podcast, we always talk about what we're pulling up with for this week, right? If you remember when you went to the pregame, you never came empty-handed. You always brought something. So when you're coming up to our pregame, we don't want you to bring anything tangible. We just want you to see how your week was and what you're pulling up with, the type of mood, the type of energy you're vibing with. So y'all already know. Make sure y'all throw it in the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. What y'all pulling up with? What y'all pulling up with today? What y'all pulling up with, man? So let's see. For me, while y'all throwing stuff in the chat, for me, what I'm pulling up with nothing but positive vibes and great energy. 2025 is going to be lit. I'm super excited, not even from like a personal level, but professionally, and then just also creatively. I got a lot of ideas for this podcast, and I'm excited to kind of showcase and present and just kind of see how everything works out. So super excited of what's coming up. So yeah, that's what I'm pulling up with. I see Carl in the chat. What's up? You pulling up? I appreciate you. Olivia, what's up? What's up with you? Good to see you. Yeah, we got a few people in here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're live on Twitter. We're live on not Instagram. We're not live on Instagram yet, but we'll go live next week with Instagram. But we're live on YouTube too. So make sure y'all come over and like and subscribe. Okay, Chad, pulling up, ready to hear the most lit podcast in the world. I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all come rocking with me every week. We're gonna have some fun. So a few things I want to kind of touch on before we kind of get started on the content, right? We got some new segments we're gonna test out today. Usually each week I send an agenda, right, of things that we want to talk about for the week with Vashti and Shad. Just to get their reactions, get them ready for what we're going to talk about so they can come up with their fire takes on it and everything. But I'm gonna do something a little different for one segment each week, right? It may not be each week. It depends on if something happened this week, right? So what it's gonna be is gonna be called this particular uh but this particular segment is gonna be called Pregame Reacts, right? And so it's gonna be something, it's gonna be a video, a picture, or something that I'm gonna throw up on the screen, and they have to react to it like immediately. They may have seen it, they may have heard about it, but they have to react to it during the podcast live, right? And I'm gonna react to it too. I have my thoughts too, but I already know, I've already seen it because I'm picking these particular things. But it's gonna be funny. So I got some today. When Sha pulls up, we're gonna react to them. I got two things I want to show him. Both of them are videos, and so I want him to react to it. And who knows? I want y'all to react to it too in the chat. You know what I mean? Like tell us your honest opinions, whether it's hot, whether it's not. Also, we're gonna do a new thing too called the pregame stamp of approval, right? And so it's when all three of us, me, Shad, and Vashti, all agree on something. Right. That if you've been on this podcast, if you've been watching us all last year, we don't always agree on the same things. But if all three of us agree on something, then it gets the pregame stamp of approval, and we got to shout that out. That means that we all think that this song, this video, whoever it is, that there is lit. You know what I mean? Like, so that's going to be at the pregame stamp of approval. So that's going to be something new that we're going to test out. Let me see. My boy is here. Let me bring him in real quick. There he is.
Yo, what's cracking?
What's up,
What's
my
cracking
guy?
with your boy?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
I'm chilling, man. Just trying to get my daughter is learning how to cook. So we was in the kitchen, just slightly delayed. You know what I mean? So we here
good.
though. We
What
here.
did she chef up?
Bro, I had we had some beef stroganoff. You know what I mean? So she's in the chef. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
She likes.
She trying to wait a minute.
Yeah, but it's a little late. But had to take it easy, take it slow. But yeah, she been cooking. She been doing a great job, man. I had chicken parmesan the other day. She can cook
This
pretty
your
well.
youngest or your oldest?
My oldest.
That's what's
14.
up.
She nice. Yeah. She wanna like have a restaurant / bistro coffee shop type thing. That's what she wants.
Let me find out.
So,
shout out to her.
We'll see.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Who knows? I gotta, I'm down for the food. So anytime she needs somebody to taste it, to give an honest opinion outside of family, you just let me know, big dog.
Oh yeah, I keep it a buck with all the time. Food was we need a little more salt, a little more pepper today, but it was good.
That's 14 though, man. Look, trust me. When I first started, it was definitely after 14. I was still struggling, so it's all gravy. It's all gravy.
Yeah.
How was your holidays?
And I was gonna say real quick, my wife vegan too, so that's if she. If I had to learn how to cook, or I ain't eating.
You ain't eating.
That's we in this together. You know what I mean? Me and my daughters, we in this together. So
yeah.
But anyway,
would you ever?
But yeah, the holiday.
Ever try vegan life?
I did. I'm the one that started. I got my wife started on it.
Okay.
I'm the one that started it. She continued. I quit.
Okay. I feel that, bro.
I can do it. I can do it up until the holidays. Once the holidays come around, it's a wrap.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. You love your protein. I was gonna say something else, but you can say you love your protein, right?
Pause.
I said protein.
I know what you was gonna say though. I read your mind. I read your mind. What you were gonna say was pause worthy, bro. But it's
you love your protein, but no, bro. How was your holidays? How was Christmas? How was New Year's?
All good, man. All good. Good times. Chilling with the family. Had my in-laws and my wife's family coming to town. Good stuff, man. Low key New Year's at the crib playing Monopoly with the family. You know what I mean? It's just chilling, man. Like I'm a low key dude. You know what I mean? I don't be out in these streets, so I'm chilling.
Same, bro. Those days are gone for me. Those days
Facts.
are long gone, bro. I'm in the house with it. All right. So one thing that before you got on, Shad, one thing we're talking about is I have a new segment that I want to start this year. It's called Pregame Reacts, right? And so I was telling them how I send you all an agenda, things that we want to talk about, and if anytime you all want to, talk about something else or hey, that ain't hitting, you can y'all always give me your opinions on it. But one thing that I want to do is I'm going to keep something away from you all and you got to react to it live. Now you may have seen these before, You may have heard about it, whatever, but I just wanted your initial reaction. And I told the chat they can do it as well. But your initial reaction on that particular thing. So I got two things for you today before we get into the agenda. So we're going to react to these things live. All right. So the first one, let's see. Do I want to do this one first? Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one first. All right. So let me pull it up here. All right, cool. So I got these bookmarked. All right. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it. Did you hear that?
No, I did not hear that.
You didn't hear it. Perfect. I didn't want you to hear it. Let's start it over.
I probably don't want to hear it after you. I can hear it too.
All right, so let me give you context first. All right, so this is if y'all don't know, this is LiAngelo Ball. This is the middle child for the Ball brothers, right? The one that did not make it to the NBA. Well, he did, but he just
did.
didn't
I'll
last.
say he did make it.
He didn't last. Okay, but he didn't last. You're right. He didn't last, but he was with some streamer person. I think his name was Neon or something. I don't really know him that well, but he wanted to showcase. I guess he's starting a music career.
Okay.
All right, so he wanted to play some of his music. So here's a song. Here's like a little 15-second snippet. This does have some language on there, so kids, if you're listening, I apologize, but here we go. Make sure you can hear this. Can you hear that?
I cannot hear it.
You cannot hear it. Oh, why is it not working? Let's see. Why aren't you working? Let's see. You hear anything now?
Nah.
Nothing. Oh my gosh, why is it doing this to me? All right, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna have to skip that one for right now. Dang, I was excited about that. I thought I fixed it. All right, it's okay. We'll get back to it. All right, let me go ahead and get into the content. So let me pull that up real quick. Dang, man, that made me mad.
It was probably trash anyway.
But you gotta hear it because it's.
You got bars?
No, you gotta hear it because it makes sense to what I wanted to say around it. So you gotta hear it. All right, let me pull up this. Yeah, you had to hear it, man, because it's hilarious. All right. And where did all my stuff go? All right, here we go.
Oh, I lost. Hold on. My fault. I lost you. Yeah, I can't hear you, dog. Hold on. Nah, I can't hear you. Mm-mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That was crazy. What in the world, Tech? All right. What I was saying was I had a whole spiel. So I said, first off, my bad, y'all, for everybody was watching. If y'all heard that, that's my fault. But what I was saying was, hot off the press, JC Horn is now a first-time Pro Bowler, which I think he rightfully deserves. But you made a bet with Dave on PNP.
I did.
How many games did you say
It was 14 games.
14 games. You said he had to make 14 games, and he surpassed that with flying colors. He's only missed one game, and he probably will miss Sunday. And I think that he should miss Sunday, but at this point, I don't think there's anything to really play for. I think that some other people should have their time to get some things on film. But my reason I wanted to bring this up was, two, I feel like you should get double what you bet him, because not only did he surpass 14 games, but he got a Pro Bowl. But is yesterday's price not today's price? In your opinion?
Well, yeah. Well, you're talking. Yeah, I mean, obviously, rightfully so for him, because you know he's on his 5th year option, right? So he's gonna be here with the Carolina Panthers. Now, that's all. That has nothing to do with his long term deal, which that comes. That's where yesterday's price is not today's price applies. So
Right.
I do think he does. The price is going to go up, and we all knew that J.C. Horn had this in him. We knew he was great. It was just he wasn't available.
Right.
I never wavered. I stayed on the J.C. Train. And like a lot of people were off it. A lot of people didn't want nothing to do with him. He's injured. He's washed up. He's not. But he played very well this season. And considering there's no pass rush, he's got mid across. Well, Mike, let me put some more spec on Mike Jackson because he balled.
Yeah, he's solid. Yeah, he was solid.
Considering the circumstance, he did play well. But you're out there by yourself for the most part. You ain't got no safety help half the time. And so he played well, man. He did well and well deserved. The only Panther that was voted to the Pro Bowl. We got some alternates in there, but salute to JC, man. And it came from the defensive side of football, which is very interesting because everybody has something to say about the defense. So it's very interesting.
When's the last time we had a defensive player? Well, no, Derek Brown wasn't an alternate.
Yeah,
he was voted in, right?
Derek Brown, I believe, was voted in. And Brian Burns too.
Brian Burns was an alternate, I think.
Was he?
I think so.
He may have been.
I think he was an alternate. So it's good that he actually got voted in and wasn't an alternate. Like, he deserved that bad boy and he got it. So shout out to J.C. Horn. I feel as though a lot of people tried to turn their back on him, but a lot of people stayed true to the soil and loyal to the soil. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen for him moving forward. So definitely shout out to him. Now we're going to get into some other things. We're going to get into some college football. We're going to get into some NBA news. We're going to get into some NFL news. Now, the way that we're going to do it, this podcast, this episode is I'm going to give you a chance to either finish a sentence or give me one word to describe your feelings towards that particular topic. Now, that you can finish the sentence and then explain, and you can finish the sentence and then you can give that one word and then explain as well. And I'll do the same. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is Cam Ward. So Cam Ward played in the game until the second half. It was a close game. He was doing well. He beat his record he beat the record that he was going for, but he decided it was his choice to sit out for the rest of the game, and they actually end up losing the game on a last second drive. They did not win. Finish this sentence. Cam Ward pulling himself on the last drive is blank. So finish that.
Selfish. It's selfish. I mean, but it's selfish, but I also get it. Like I understand it, right? There's bigger things at play when you treat this NCAA football like a business, and you start to have NIL money and all these things are in play. Then he made a business decision, so I can't just say. I think it sucks as a competitor. And if I'm a teammate, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
But if I'm his agent, if I'm his parent, if I'm anybody close to him, I'm saying, do what you did. So, I mean, but so I'm playing both sides of the fence for sure.
I think it's selfish too. I don't. It's hard for me to play to both sides of the fence on this one. Usually, I'm like, I feel you. But if you played some, you might as well finish it all. Like if I'm a GM, if I'm a coach, I'm looking at him and I'm going to ask him during a combine, why didn't you finish that? Like, you didn't. I could see if you were getting hit a lot, if the game was nowhere near close, if you kind of tweaked something and you were like, I'm out of here. But none of that happened. It was a close game. You were balling. You were playing a great game. So imagine what you could have done in the second half if you would have kept going. And then now you're leaving Miami with the L as your last game in a Miami Hurricanes jersey. I don't know about that. I just felt like he left his teammates high and dry. There could have been some wide receivers who needed some film, and they had a great quarterback in Cam Ward to give him some film to get him either higher draft status for those other players, or hey, these players are coming back or wanting to go in the transfer portal. I don't know. I didn't like it. I wasn't a big fan of it. So yeah, I do think it was a little selfish as well. Let's go ahead and go to the next thing here. What do we talk about? Let's see. Yes, let's talk about Colorado. The Buffs got scuffed. They went against BYU. I think everybody thought that BYU was gonna struggle against Colorado, but it was absolutely the opposite way. And so my sentence is Colorado struggles against BYU says what to you, Shot?
I don't know, but bro, I don't know what it says. To be honest with you, I think it. Listen, it's tough for these bowl games. I don't have a one word for it, but I'll say, bro, they weren't ready. Like they were not prepared. I don't think they wanted to play in this, right? I think there was some things that I know he had to get like insurance policies for these guys to ensure that something happened to them during the game. Like they
That's
get
crazy.
compensated. So like I feel like they didn't want to play. Like if you're not in the college football playoff, these dudes don't want to play.
Yeah.
So and especially if you're guys like Shador, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, you're talking about the top 3 picks potentially. These
Yeah.
guys don't want to play in a meaningless game. Now, if it's the college football playoff, that's different. But
Yeah.
none of these guys are in the playoffs, so it just kind of is what it is, man.
They didn't do it for Miss Peggy, man. The old lady that
Hey,
hadn't
man,
seen the bowl
Peggy,
win, bro.
listen, Miss Peggy, listen.
Don't you do?
She might get one
Don't
next
you
year,
do
bro.
it. Okay.
Let's
I
hope
thought you
let's
was going
hope
to.
she make it in next year.
Hey, man, look, my biggest thing, bro, is like if you don't want to play, don't play. But if you out there, bro, you got to give it your all. That's just how I feel about it. And so for me, the struggles against BYU says that they're not there yet. They're close, but they're not there yet. Now, granted, they have some really good players coming in next year. I still believe in Deion Sanders. I think he's doing a great job over there, but they're not there yet. And I think that they probably underestimated BYU. And BYU had a great record, and they came prepared. They knew that if you go up early on Colorado, that they struggle getting back in the game, and that's exactly what they did. They did a whole fake kick, all those different things, onside kicks, all of that. So yeah, that's what it said to me. But here's the biggest thing that happened during these bowl games playoffs that I thought that was very interesting. Oh, it doesn't show my thing. But anyway, there was a picture. Let me take this up. There was a picture of Ashton Genty, and he went against Penn State. Did you see that game?
I did not see the game, but
Okay.
I did see that he went off.
Okay. Yes. No. Ashton Genty did not go off.
Oh, he did not go off. My bad.
No. You're good. He did not go off. Now he had 100 and now here's the thing. It depends on what your definition of go off is and how you relate that to what Ashton Genty has done all season. Now, granted, he had 30 rushes, I think, for like 100 and something yards. So it was solid. He had a 100-yard game. He was a second running back to have over 100 yards against Penn State all season, which is good. However, in terms of what Ashton Genty usually has done throughout the season against less tougher opponents, if you will, it wasn't good. And Penn State was prepared to stop him, and they did. They made him fumble twice, which was very interesting, which kind of speaks to me of like, is he considered himself the best running back in the league? I mean, in college football. But we saw Cam Scatterbo, however you say his last name, he cooked.
Yeah.
He cooked recently. So my question to you is, based on what you're hearing, Ashton Genty against Penn State showed you what? Or was it tell you?
The running back position is the most replaceable position in the league. I keep saying it. I stand by it. I've always said it.
Yeah.
You can get a running back anywhere. You could be an elite running back. There are few and far between elite running backs. Saquon, CMC. Is he that? I don't know. I can't say that. You know what I mean? But listen, everybody's going to tout themselves as game changers, and at the end of the day, you got to show up in those type of games. Boy, it's Boise State, fam. Like it's not like you Ohio State. It's Boise State. So when you got an opportunity to show up and you from based on what you're saying you don't, or you have a
Yeah.
rough day, then that's just gonna knock you down a draft board. Because like you just said, the scouts is gonna ask you, hey, look, man, what happened in this game? You played
Yep.
some, but he did play he played a decent schedule though. He did play a decent
He played all
schedule.
right. He played all right. But
Yeah, I say he
and Penn
played a
State's
decent
good.
schedule. No,
Interesting.
go ahead.
No, I was just saying Penn State has a good defense. Like that, they're known for their defense. But it just didn't look too good for him. He fumbled early, and he fumbled again like 2 drives later. Like it just didn't look good for him, especially since he was talking that talk. And then you got Christian McCaffrey 2.0, the tank version of Christian McCaffrey out here balling, cooking, and
Yeah.
he's coming out saying I'm the best running back and coming out of college. So it's very interesting, and it shows that you can get this a lot of college football running back coming out. It shows that you can easily replace some of these people out here in the NFL right now.
For sure. I've said it 1,000 times.
So it's very, very interesting. Speaking of very interesting, another thing happened, and that was Bron. Bron turned 40. He had his 40th birthday party. He was caught singing "Man in the Garden," the Kendrick Lamar song by himself with a DJ in front of him. And if you know LeBron, he did not know the lyrics, but he just sitting there acting like he was just in the zone. But I think he was feeling himself turning 40, and he came out and said that he feels as though, even though he turned 40, that he could play in the NBA at an elite level for 5 to 7 more years if he wanted to. What is one word that describes that particular statement to you, Shot?
I think it's dope, and I think he can. I think he can. Like, I think legit LeBron. Listen, LeBron, the way he takes care of himself, the way he's playing, I think he can definitely go for 5 more years at an elite level if he wanted to. And it's up to him, man. He goes as far as he wants to go. Pause. Yeah, I mean, so like it is what it is with him, man. Like, great player. The way he's taking care of himself. Obviously, he's around the right people. He's got the most amazing healthcare there is in the world. So yeah, he probably bro, he's cooking. So salute. I think it's dope.
I say Cap.
You think it's Cap? Yo,
Cap.
he can, bro.
He can. No, here's the thing. He can play in the NBA if he wanted to, but at an elite level, he's 40 years old. 5 to 7. He's 45 or 47 years old, bro. At an elite
Bro, but
level,
he ain't your typical 40-year-old, bro.
Yeah,
like he can do this, bro.
Bro, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. He's not. If you playing quarterback, Brady did it for a while, but that's quarterback. Yeah, now granted, he did take some hits and everything, but that's a lot of tread on those legs of LeBron going back. At an elite level. He could play. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like that one dude that came out of the G League that played for the Lakers at one time. I can't think of his name. He was like 40 something. But at an elite level, bro, I don't know about that, dog. That's tough. Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, but you can
Time
go
is
12. You can go 12 rounds. You can go 12 rounds with him though. It looks like LeBron only in his 8th. He got 4 more rounds in him, bro. You can still
don't get me wrong.
Still make it happen.
He's still he's still dropping 30 every now and then, dropping 40 every now and then.
That's what I'm saying. He still could do it, bro.
I understand, bro, but like he's gonna have a lot of rest days because that's 82 games.
Yo, he invented game management. He invented that. There's a reason why he can play that long.
Him and Kawhi Leonard. I'm not sure which one. It's between both of them.
True. Good point.
It's between both of them. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next thing. This particular piece. So Saquon Barkley, did you see the commercial that came out today? If you did not see it, if y'all know Saquon Barkley's running back, Philadelphia Eagles, the Giants were on Hard Knocks, and the Giants GM came out and said that he could not sleep. He would not sleep well, knowing that Saquon was on the Giants, whatever. So a sleep company came out and basically sponsored, or he's basically working with them, and he has a whole commercial talking about if you can't sleep well, use this particular pillow, this, that, and the third. It was genius marketing. It was super dope. It was hilarious. However, one thing I want to talk about with Saquon is the opportunity for him to beat the rushing record. So he was going to beat Eric Dickerson's rushing record. The season, I think it was like 2,000 and something he had to get for, I can't remember exactly how much he needed for the rushing record. Eric Dixon came out and said he didn't want him to get it. Of course, Saquon's family said that they wanted him to get it. He was 101 yards away. And then Nick Sirianni, the head coach, came out and said he's resting. He is not playing any of his starters during the game on Sunday. What is one word to describe how you think Saquon feels? And then also, how do you feel about him resting and not going for the record?
Man, I think it's BS. If it's me, bro, like I would want to play. I would want to break that record. And you're going against the Giants.
Right.
Like, come on, you could have put up 201 yards to break that record. So I would have been quite perturbed had I been Saquon Barkley. However, I do get it, and I understand that it's a bigger chess piece or chess play at hand, right? You got to go get these W's, and at the end of the day, you got a playoff run ahead of you, and you got to manage the hits that your running back is taking. Like he could get injured, anything could happen. So I get it, but it sucks. I mean, it absolutely sucks for Saquon because, bro, I can guarantee you this. Saquon, as long as he's a Philadelphia Eagle, that he will never get this close again. Teams are going to start. Teams are going to be prepared next year. The film is going to be ready. He will never, as long as he's a Philadelphia Eagle playing with Sirianni and Hurts, he will never get that close again, bro. The NFL defenses are too good. Coordinators are too good. They will adjust, and you're getting shut down, bro. Period. They did it to CMC. They did it to everybody else. It's not going to happen again.
Right. And my biggest thing is that record has been, it's been there since 1984. That record. So the record, I just looked it up. The rushing record is 2,105 yards. Right. It was set in 1984. No one has been close to that since then. Right. And like you said, like there's only one chance for you to be able to rush over 2,000 yards. That does not happen often by any means. I would be upset. So the way I feel, I'll be upset. And granted, Saquon had an interview and he talked about it. He said like his family's upset. He understands it's a bigger goal. He wants to get that ring. I get that. But 101 yards, the way that he's been running, he can handle it. Especially if they're gonna get a bye. I don't know if they're gonna get a bye, but you could have taken a week off.
Yeah, I think they clinched the top. Yeah, so I think they're
good. You got a bye, so you got time to rest. I would have definitely gone for it for sure. Speaking of running backs, another guy who had some interesting news come out this week. Zeke Elliott got cut from the Cowboys again. Do you think it's it for him? You think it's over? Should he hang up the cleats?
I think they said they cut him so that he can go get a playoff little run. Somebody can pick him up. But he's washed, bro. I saw it with my own two eyes out there with Carolina. When Dallas came to Carolina, he's washed up. And it's what happens with running backs. A lot of wear and tear. As soon as they hit age 30, they start to decline. Now that's a position LeBron wouldn't play to his 40s.
No.
Okay, I don't care I don't care what kind of training you got and what kind of doctors you got. As soon as you hit 30, bro, it's downhill from there for the running backs. It's too much wear and tear. And so it's over for him. Period.
No, that's real. That's real. I completely agree. I think he's been washed for the last maybe like 2 years, if I'm being honest. I think somebody who's desperate for a running back may pick him up just because of the fact that he is sort of healthy and has a lot of juice because he was not being played. But yeah, I think it might be over for your boy. It might be over for him. He may be one of those players now that gets picked up towards the very end of a season for a playoff run for the next maybe year or two, but the best days of Zeke Elliott in the NFL has been over. So that's what I say on that piece. All right, so here's one react that I want to do. We don't need audio for it, so I'm going to do that, and then we're going to do our favorite moments of 2024, and then we'll end off on our last topic. All right, so here is this here. Did you hear about Drake getting a new chain? Drake got a new chain. It's supposed to be big. I don't understand what it is. The chain is called Anita Max. Anita Max is the name of the chain. It's his alter ego, which he calls it. It looks like a female owl or a female. It's a female. I don't know. A female character has a city Toronto in the chain. The chain is very, very expensive. Anita Max Wynn is the name of this particular character. But being a 30, he's what, 37-year-old wearing this chain, I say give me your reactions, your initial thoughts on this particular chain.
Uh, why? Why? Like what's this is a waste of money. It's a flex, I guess. That's dope. I saw Australia in the back. I'm not sure what that is. That
I
Australia
think
on the
it's
back of that
Toronto.
joint?
It might be
No, well, I
Toronto.
meant the shape
Oh,
on the
gotcha.
back. I think that looks like Australia, but I don't know what in the world. Bro, I don't know, and honestly, don't really. Drake, put some music out, bro. Like, what you doing? You worry about chains? Put some music out, fam.
Look, man, I got to the point now. I just don't understand what he does these days. And look, for me personally, as a grown man, I'm not wearing that chain. It's no you will not catch me wearing that chain. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And your reaction is the same way that my reaction was, where it was like, okay, I'm not understanding why you're doing this, but that particular character's name is Anita Max Wynn, and now he's doing a Anita Max Wynn tour. So he's going to tour under that name that's the name of his tour, headlining tour, and he's going to do. I guess he's dropping new music. I don't know what's going on right with him right now, but it's very interesting, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, no clue. Yeah, drop some music, bro.
He
Nobody
said they're really
cares.
not. Yeah, let's get the speaking of music. Did you get a chance to listen to J. Cole's Forest Hills Drive Deluxe that came out?
Bro, no, I have not. I have not had a chance to listen to it, and I have not had a chance to listen to his podcast series either.
Yeah, me either.
That's something I will get. Obviously, when I get some time to sit down and really listen to it, I'm gonna delve in. But I've heard some really, really good things about it. And yeah, I can't wait. No, I have not heard it though. I have not heard the deluxe.
I listened to it for the first time today on the way to work.
Spire, right? Best thing you ever heard in your life, right?
Easy now, easy now. I can see why they are throwaways. I'll say that. Like there, I mean, I love music. I love listening to like unreleased music, but I can understand why they left them off Forest Hills Drive. To me personally, Forest Hills Drive is Cole's best album by far to me. I think it's a classic. So I understand why he left those off. Some of them are good, like lyric storytelling, all the typical Cole things that you get from him. Solid, but I understand why they were not on there. But you should give it a listen to it. You should give it a listen.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's talk about some things. I got like 4 things about 2004 that I want to go through. So, we've been doing this podcast coming up on a year. I think next week will be a year. The week after that, and we've had some really cool moments that we've talked about, witnessed throughout 2024. And so I have questions for you, Shah, and I'll answer as well. And then everybody in the chat, let me know what your favorite moment of 2024 was. So we'll start off with either your favorite album or your favorite song of 2024.
Favorite song or album? Man, I didn't get a chance to like really dive into this, so I'm just gonna go off the dome.
Go for it.
Um, Off the dome, my favorite song.
Or album, whatever
Uh,
one.
Man, I gotta go. This is a layup, bro. It's probably easy cop out, but I'm gonna go Not Like Us, man. This joint's still fire to this day. And again, coming from a guy that's not not really a Kendrick guy. I mean, that says a lot. I mean, it's a
Does.
banger. Even some of the new joints is banging right now. They outside. So Kendrick, anything Kendrick put out, it's up right now. So I'm rolling with Kendrick, bro.
Yeah.
Anything he got out.
I mean, that's an easy one for sure. I
A
I
layup,
did mine
bro.
a little different. I think for me, album wise, like from beginning to end, it's been a few, but I gotta say the one I go back to often is Doechii. Alligator Bites Never Heal. That Doechii album is phenomenal
It
to
is
me.
good.
And it's phenomenal to me. I think it has a little bit of everything. You got your pop sound, you got your R&B, you got your straight boom bap, you got your straight lyrics, and she's solid artist coming up. Be on the lookout for Doechii. She's the next superstar. So that's the one for me. Favorite movie or TV show of 2024? One that you watched and you're like,
Ah,
that's fire.
favorite movie or TV show? Man, that's tough, bro. I gotta
Give me. I'll
movies.
go first. I'll go first.
Go
So we
ahead.
get.
Yeah, you go first. Let me think
This
about it.
was tough, man, because I watched a lot of movies and TV shows and everything. We've talked about some movies and TV shows on this podcast. For me, and maybe this is recency bias, but I gotta go with The Penguin. The Penguin TV show was fire. And for me, being a Marvel nerd, I never really was like, it was, you know how sometimes like the LeBron and Kobe thing we talk about, like if you're a Kobe fan, you don't like LeBron. If you're a LeBron fan, you don't like Kobe. That's how it is with Marvel and DC. Like if you're a Marvel fan, you don't like DC. If you're a DC fan, you don't like Marvel. Or you like it, but not as much. That's how it always was. And DC did their thing on this Penguin TV show. It was super solid. It's probably one of the better things that I've watched. The other thing that I'll have to say, and it did not come out in 2024, which is why I kind of left it off, but Attack on Titan, I watched that anime, and I'm not even like a big, huge anime person, but I started to get into it in 2024. But Attack on Titan was the best thing I've seen. That was the best show. It's up there, top 5, top 3 for me of all time. So definitely got to put that up there.
Interesting.
Yes.
Man, I'm not really the biggest movie guy in the world, but I did go see one movie.
Okay.
It's a bit funny, but I like Inside Out, and I watched Inside Out too. Did that come out this year? I believe it did come out in 2024. So yeah, I'm a roll with Inside Out too, man.
Hey,
Classic.
that was
Inside
fire.
Out too. Classic, man. It's classics.
Inside Out, the first one was good.
First one was good. Added some more emotions in too. So I'm gonna roll Inside Out, man. I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
Inside Out. I did also watch. Me and the wife watched the other day. I gotta give it honorable mention, but it's on HBO Max, I want to say, but Juror Number 2. Have you had a chance to see that? Solid.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
It's kind of
Very
like,
interesting
is it kind
stuff.
of like Your Honor type of thing, or not Your Honor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dope. Well
Okay.
written. Juror Number 2 is very solid. And I heard a lot of good things about Wicked too. I ain't watched Wicked. Have you seen Wicked?
I watched it yesterday, actually.
That's the thing. Is it good? No?
It
Okay.
was all right, man. I was trying to give an honest answer, bro. Like, here's the thing, bro. Look, let me tell you about Wicked. So I like musicals. Musicals are cool. Like every now and then, I rock with it. I love Hamilton. Absolutely love Hamilton. Wicked for me, it just didn't hit. Now, granted, I love the storyline around like hearing the story of the Wicked Witch of the West and all those different things. It just didn't do it for me. And I know a lot of Wicked fans and everything, they're gonna kill me for it, but that's just my honest opinion. It just wasn't it for me, bro. It got to the point where I started looking at my watch, like, is this thing over yet? Like,
Wow.
that's yeah. So that's just how I feel about it. All right. So your favorite viral moment of 2024? Anything that just went viral that was just funny that you caught? It could be small, it could be big. I got 2.
What you got?
I got Kai Cenat, Kevin Hart, Drewski stream.
Fair. It's really
Absolutely
good.
hilarious. I don't think I've watched a stream 6 hours like on my phone just cracking up like that in a very long time. Streaming can be extremely hard. Could you imagine being in front of a camera for that long, not seeing people react, but you're just laughing? People, like, it was over like 600,000 people in there watching as well. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then the other viral moment I got is that it just kicked off 2024 in January, and that's that Cat Williams interview. I mean, that was the first thing we talked about on the podcast when we first started this pregame podcast was Cat Williams just calling everybody out. It was just smoke all year. It just started off like that. So that's you got to top it off.
I would definitely second both of those. I think Cat Williams doing what he did basically predicted all the rest of the year. Yeah, I mean, things are starting to happen and aligned with what he's saying. So that's definitely dope. And then Kev and Kai been knocking it out the park all
They've been
year.
killing it, bro.
So anything Kai related is definitely a good one.
Yeah, it's just wild, bro. Could you've done something similar this last year, 2024 with the cuts, the roster cuts. You streamed or you were like online live from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or actually after 8. How'd that feel, like doing something for that long and have to entertain people for that long. Like, what was that experience? Because I've never experienced anything like that.
It's difficult, but when the news, see, I'm a little bit different of a podcaster, right? The news to me creates itself.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like I'm like having to cultivate topics and cultivate these things. It all just kind of comes to me, right? So it's easy. It's easier than you think because you're just sitting up there and you're just talking, and then you look by and you're like, oh man, 5 hours is going by. I'm still talking to these people, and then obviously you hit a wall at some point, and you
Mm-hmm.
just got to be like, all right, y'all, I'm good. But as long as you got food, you
Yeah.
got water, you're good, man. It's not that bad as long as you locked in. It's not too bad. You got my mind kind of, going a little bit. Now I'm thinking about the draft. I'm thinking like a 3 day uh draft party all the way through.
That'd be
72
so.
hours.
Or like live, like you got to cut it off and go to
All the
sleep
way.
all the
All the
way.
way now, man. All the way through it. All the way through. That's what Kai do.
That's what
I gotta hire some entertainment
Kai
to
definitely.
to
Look, bro. Look, I support it. I'll join. I'm not staying on there 72 hours though, but I'll join. But I always want to do something like that, bro. Like that'd be fun. I just got to figure out what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? But
tough. It's tough.
it's tough as crap. I don't know if I could do like a whole sleep through thing. I feel like I can do something that's like 4 to 5 hours. Like, when we did the draft stuff, like that's cool. I'll be on and all that different things and entertain and have different games. Like that's cool. But bro, a whole sleepathon, that's different,
It's crazy.
bro. But when you got
It's
you do what you want when you popping, bro. When you got the money and you can buy the entertainment and you do what you want when you
facts.
popping, bro. All right,
Facts.
last one. The best sports moment in 2024 to you. Best sports moment.
So best sports moment, I got one of them gotta be, and it's kind of it checks both boxes, and we talked about them earlier. But that Saquon jump over backwards
But that was crazy.
split, bro, that's crazy. That could count for viral moment. It count as one of the best sports
That was
moments.
crazy.
That's gonna go
That
down
was
in history. Yeah, so that is crazy. I mean, you can't really talk about 2024 without talking about what Simone Biles did in the Olympics.
yes.
So
Yes.
I think that too. So there's a couple good moments. That's pretty much. I mean, I wish I had some moments for my team. I would say that one of
Yeah.
I would say the Bryce comeback is up
Yes.
there, right? It's got to
Yeah.
rank up there of some of the greatest moments in NFL history. You know what I mean?
Not NFL history.
The Bryce comeback, NFL history. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna talk
Who
about
you
this.
know
You
who you
said
know
Wade
came
King.
back? Who came come back from that?
Nah, not many, bro. Segway King, bro. But I gotta say, for me, Olympics was definitely the biggest sports moment. I think Simone Biles, you hit it on the head. Her battling an injury, doing everything she did to actually win. It was just phenomenal. Another sports moment was Steph Curry in the Olympics when he went
Mhm.
crazy and hit like 4 threes in a row and was locked in. Like that was just really, really cool moment. Steph Curry is one of my favorite players. And just to watch and witness that was pretty dope. But Olympics is definitely for me. If I had to like pick one for the Panthers, I think that I think we're on the same page with that, which leads right into the last thing we're going to talk about. We talked a little bit about this on Sunday when we were streaming the game, but Vashti tweeted this over the weekend. She said that she feels as though Bryce could be the comeback player of the year. And so for me, we're going to talk about the comeback player of the year piece, but one word to describe Bryce Young's 2024 season to you, Shot.
Tumultuous. I would say that he definitely listen. The one of the biggest criticisms of Bryce is that he doesn't show much emotion, and I think if he did, I think he would have cannibalized himself,
Mm,
right? Because he's so stoic and because he's so even keeled, he was able to manage that whole situation of getting benched and then coming back, and it's like it's the same kid. Like you cannot get him off his pivot. So I think, man, it's a great season for him. I'm proud of him, man. I couldn't be more proud of Bryce Young, bro. Like that's tough to deal with, and he looks like a bro. He's dropping dime. Have we had some solid receivers out here, bro? Bryce could be. He could have legit probably made comeback player of the year. I don't think he gets it,
yeah,
just because I think Sam Darnold's gonna get it the way Sam
same.
ball. I think he's. It sounds good, and it's tough to take that fan cap off and not cheer for Bryce to get it. But bro, if he had a different situation with some of his receivers, some of his targets, he definitely would have a much better season. A lot of yards left on the table for Bryce.
Absolutely. The way that I think that I would describe his 2024 season, um, roller coaster, honestly. Um, it was a journey for him, you know what I mean? And I think I'm glad to see it happen the way it did now. I'm not sure if you heard some of the reports that about Anthony Richardson recently. I'm gonna read. It was an article that someone said. Basically, they were basically. I'm reading it now, but they're saying multiple players met with AR privately to tell them that he wasn't meeting the standard. Um, and Buckner talked about he signed an extension here because he believed in Anthony Richardson, but he's got to do his part. And so to hear like how some of these players who are in their year 2 started off kind of strong their first year or showed some promise, and then it just kind of went downhill. An Anthony Richardson, a Will Levis, a CJ Stroud, right, who's having a struggle. He's struggling a little bit this season. For somebody to be benched, and I saw a person write that the Panthers breathed confidence back into Bryce, and we kind of just saw him just completely take a 180 turn, and he is balling out of his mind. Like literally, I think he's like tied second for the most big time throws in the season. Like that's incredible, man. Somebody who said that he could. People always said, does he have the arm strength? Does he has the accuracy, but can he get it down the field? He's showing all the things that they said was a weakness to him. He's showcasing it. Can he take a hit? Can he use his legs? All those different things. He's showcasing all of that, and I think it's just the start to what we're going to see from Bryce Young moving forward. Can you imagine the confidence that he's coming out of this season with, and then getting an extra year, extra offseason to really master Dave Canales' scheme and game plan, and then you're going to hopefully get a wide receiver 1? It's up. It's up.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's good. Heading in the right direction for the Panthers, and salute to Bryce Young, man. Salute.
Yeah,
He's
I love
playing
it.
well.
Last thing, and she was on the wallpaper. Last thing is Asia Wilson. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Signed a lucrative Nike deal. I think she got a 6-year deal with Nike. So shout out to Asia Wilson. Are you a big Asia Wilson fan, man? What do you think about her as a women's basketball player getting that kind of deal?
Yeah, well deserved. I think that Nike is being a little reactive. Obviously, they didn't give it to her when she should have gotten it. I think Caitlin Clark comes in, changed the game up a little bit, and now they're kind of all right. She deserves it too, even though she deserved it
she
prior.
she got the deal. I'm sorry, it's a 6-year extension. So she got
Okay,
the deal. She got the shoe, the signature shoe. Now she
right.
got the 6-year extension. I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, no, I think she well deserved, right? Best WNBA player there is out there. She's nice. She's a hooper. Salute to Caitlin Clark and all that. But Asia's still the she's it right now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I gotta watch more. I gotta watch more, bro. To be honest with you, I kind of delved into WNBA this season more, but I'm definitely gonna get more locked in as the seasons come back around.
Yeah, but let me just say this, bro. I'm not even gonna look. I'll go on wax and say this: the WNBA season was more entertaining than what we're watching from the NBA season.
Oh, I would agree with
Hands
that.
down.
I would agree with
down.
that.
WNBA season was great to watch, and it was more entertaining than the NBA season. So shout out to Asia Wilson. She that deal is now the richest shoe deal for a women's basketball player ever. So shout out to you for making history. So shout out to Asia Wilson there. All right, so that's all we got today. Sorry y'all for the audio issues. Like I said, we're working on a new software. That won't happen again. I need to figure out how I can play these videos because they were working before, but now they're not working. But we will figure it out. Here's one thing I want to say: what's coming up for pregame in 2025, man. We got some exciting things. Like I said, we got new segments coming up. We're gonna have some reaction things. So if there's things that you want us to react to, whether it's a video, whether it's a song, whether it's a movie, whether it's a show that you want us to watch, and we can kind of talk about it here on the podcast. This is a podcast for the people. We want to talk about what you all want to hear. So if there's something, if you have any suggestions, you can reach out to us either via Twitter, via Instagram, or on YouTube in the comments. You just let us know what you want us to watch and what you want us to react to, and we'll make videos and we will go live to talk about those things. But it's been fun. Shad, I appreciate you, my brother. Y'all have a good one. We out of here. Peace.